Hi, everyone. It's Becky Whetstone, the marriage and family therapist. And I was thinking, I'm pretty obsessed with what it is to have a healthy relationship with yourself and with others. I think this all comes from a past when I would hit obstacles with people. I would think were acting unreasonable, or maybe I was not behaving in a way a person should. The problem is I had no compass or no way of understanding what it was to be healthy. So I was pretty curious in my early adult years of wanting to know, okay, is it me that's the problem? Because a lot of people would tell me it was. Is it other people? Or is it both? And I really did not know. So when I started going to therapy in my mid to late 20s and getting really serious about it, it took a little bit for the therapist to convince me that I was a pretty fun and cool and smart person. I mean, at first I was highly skeptical. I figured, well, all therapists say this, or, that they just blow smoke up their clients' rear ends. But, the stuff she would say to me about what I had done and how I thought, made sense that, yeah, maybe I do have it going on. So I pretty quickly realized that I had disordered people in my family, okay? And at the time, I just dealt with them over many years. But the thing is the healthier and healthier and healthier I got, because I kept hammering on this, I worked on myself for many years. I still go to therapy today. I think it's the smartest thing anyone can do. I don't think your journey ever ends. And the healthier I got, the less I could be around negative energy. And the other thing that's interesting is when you get really healthy and you learn what the kind of guidelines for healthy boundaries are and all that kind of stuff, and you start setting boundaries with people, they start thinking they'll tell you you're mean. What the hell has happened to you? You're cruel, you're a bitch. And a lot of people would fall away when I started setting firm boundaries with them. Now, this would be a good indicator that they were enjoying my lack of setting boundaries before, and when I finally started setting them, they had no interest in dealing with me anymore. So a lot, yeah, as I got healthier and healthier, a lot of people just sort of organically fell away. And then over the years, I began to see more clearly my family's just egregious and horrible and negative behavior. And I started little by little calling them out on it. Say, if we were at a family dinner and someone told a story about me that I didn't like, or, tried to speak along the theme of that they used to always portray me as Becky's a idiot. Look at this dumb thing Becky did, kind of stories. Those were the themes. I tolerated those for many years until I didn't. And I started going, you know what? That story's never going to be told again in my presence. I started really standing up for myself. And then they went more outrageous in their behaviors against me, doing things that were, I just couldn't even believe it. One of my siblings reported me to the board of counselors here in Arkansas. She just went looking all over the internet for anything I had posted or whatever that might remotely be an ethical violation. She called some therapist in Arkansas and said, "What do you think about this?" And they thought, well, it's questionable, which, what I would never have posted anything that would be an ethical violation. My own sister posted me to the board of counselors. And then later on, when my mother died, they sued me and turned all the rest of the family against me. A lot of narcissistic people do kind of a divide and conquer thing. They call the nieces and go, yeah. And the next thing I know, I'd been blocked by almost all of them. And this is after years and years of my husband and I being quite generous to each and every one of them. So, I think, over time, you not only do you start seeing things more clearly, but maybe the other people's behavior starts becoming more and more outrageous. And so there comes a time, when you have to stand up and say, I am exiting this. I am not going to, I mean, yes, they may be my blood, or these friends may be my dearest friends for years, but the evidence shows that they don't have my best interest at heart. And actually, this is not a relationship based in love and mutual caring. And so I made the decision to break away from them, which was to me the absolute pinnacle of me being healthy. That as I look at it back now, like 5 years later, 6 years later, I go, man, I finally snapped into place and stopped tolerating their negative characterizations of me. And I just continue on doing my thing. I am fine. And I just wanted to describe to you that, the many benefits of becoming knowledgeable about what it is to be healthy as an individual and healthy in relationships. Because I think from talking to so many of my clients over the years, I realize that they don't realize if they're being stepped on or if they're doing something wrong, and when you learn all these healthy relationship characteristics and what it is to be healthy with yourself, you won't have any doubt anymore when someone is being outrageous, out of line, uh, being arrogant, or whatever it is. And so I love having the knowledge of how to discern all that and to be able to make my decisions accordingly. So I encourage everyone to start working on getting healthy with themselves and then learn how to be healthy in relationships. These are learned skills. They're not things that you can just do off the top of your head. It's like taking a math class. You have to go study it, read about it, watch videos, talk to people like me, get a therapist that you really trust and like, and get them to help you work on, whatever what it is to be healthy. And when you do that, your depression and anxiety, for the most part, will start drifting away. It's amazing because the number one cause of depression and anxiety is not being true to yourself. So when you start being true to yourself and stop throwing yourself under the bus and sacrificing yourself so others can be happy, guess what? It feels great. You have peace. So I'm wishing you peace right now. I'm wishing you that you will step up and go to the plate for yourself so you can get healthy and be on this journey that I'm on and I'll always be on. If you have any questions, get in touch with me and you'll find me at my website at marriagecrisismanager.com.